Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Howard Company's Branding, Signage, and Technology podcast. I am back with Rod Clouser, who is a returning guest, to talk about when is the best time to upgrade your signage. So,
yeah, it's always an interesting, thing to think about when signage is like, wow, we have building signage. Why do I need to update it?
Yeah. So I know we're in trade show season, early summer. It seems like a good time to, especially outdoor, kind of upgrade some stuff if you need it. So we're going to dive into a lot of questions as far as why you should upgrade your signage. At what point does that need to happen? How often? But we kind of want to start by just mentioning that, as a reminder, signage is kind of like your silent salesperson. So obviously it doesn't talk unless you have voice AI, but it's not just there as a menu for people to read off of. It's truly how to upsell and get the most out of your customer's experience.
No, I mean, your current customers and return customers, they know who you are and they typically know what they're going to order. But boy, maybe that signage can get them to look at something and you're going to upsell them without anybody even talking to them. So just, keep that signage rotating, keep that signage up to date, add some new items, whether you want to or not, just keep it new for the customers.
Yeah. So to kind of start, I know there's many different types of signage. I mean, just starting with printed graphics and digital, but kind of talking about the lifespan of signage and when is it time, what are some kind of cues that you can look at as far as what you currently have that might think, oh, you need an upgrade?
Well, one of the things that a lot of brands do is, they'll have maybe quarterly LTOs or promos that are bringing something new to the menu. And maybe while they're bringing those new promos to a digital menu board, maybe it's also time to just update all the actual menu of the menu board and kind of give it a new look. And so all of a sudden a new promo comes on and we kind of have a somewhat of a new look and people are like, wow, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Now you work with a lot of national brands that have multiple locations, hundreds of locations. What do you tell those customers who, it might not be in the plan to upgrade signage because then we would have to upgrade across multiple locations?
Well, one great thing with digital is you upgrade one and you could essentially just, press the easy button.
Yeah.
And boom, it's just upgraded across the system. Maybe you have your system broken out into regional or different markets, but, maybe you're going to have to do it 2 or 3 times. But typically, to upgrade a big market, hundreds of menu boards, it's just as easy as updating one.
Yeah. And then in terms of printing graphics, though, can you talk about how easy it is to do a rollout process with us?
Yeah. No, I mean, with our design and layouts group, we try to get our group working with your group to really decide what that graphic's going to look like. Are we replacing an entire graphic? Are we replacing all the graphics? Just a portion of one graphic? Maybe you have a split menu in one of your doors. But yeah, I mean, once our teams work on it, we'll get it printed out. And then we start working with you on, hey, let's get a shipping list. Are we shipping to the sites? Are we shipping to a regional office? And then, the managers are going to go out and change multiple boards, or let's just send each one to the site and let the managers at those sites change it out. And you as the corporate entity are telling those people, hey, this is the end date that those need to be changed out.
Yeah. Can you talk about some of the hidden costs that come with keeping signage a little bit past its life too long, both from an actual cost standpoint? Like, is there anything that operators might be paying more for because they're not upgrading their signage? But at the same time, what is the effect as far as the customer experience, the employees' experience at the business?
Yeah, I mean, starting with the customer experience, because that's, really what we try to, we work with your customers, they're your customers, but they're also our customers, really trying to keep your customers engaged with your menu. Stagnant menu isn't always the right thing. New menu, new LTOs, new colors, new everything. Just keeping your existing customers engaged, and then when a new customer comes up, wow, look at this brand. I kind of like the whole menu idea here. So it really does affect how the customer engages in your, if you have a drive-through especially, you want that experience for the customer in the drive-through to be the same or even better experience as they're walking in the store, because so much more business comes through the drive-through today than comes into your location to order.
Yeah. And then as far as if there's an actual price that goes with hidden costs for keeping signage too long, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of think is like a car, like an old car that you continuously go to get tune-ups and fixes, and that those visits add up.
Right.
So if you're like having to repaint your menu over and over or replace panels, like does that stuff add up when you could just easily replace the whole system?
Right. I mean, it's one of those things where if it's a full static menu board and, you've had it for years and years and years, and maybe now the door acrylics are starting to, fade out a little bit and get fuzzy and all that, maybe the next time you do an update to your menu and print graphics, maybe that's the same time, hey, let's put some new doors on, make this nice and crystal clear again, really update the look. So, anything new we put in there, it looks new.
Yeah.
It's not a fuzzy new because the doors are still a little cloudy.
Yeah.
But, going through a drive-through, even myself, and, unfortunately I'm in a business, so I really look at it, and you go through a drive-through and menus cracked and, things are in there crooked and they're just not in there right. It's like literally how many customers have told you, hey, your bathroom is really dirty. It's kind of the same thing. It's like, I'm here to order product from you off of this menu, and the menu is just not looking good.
Yeah. Kind of the customer experience reflects the quality of the food. If it's a restaurant or convenience store, the like you mentioned, the bathroom, like everything kind of ties into one. And then so the people that have objectives to, if you were to ask, hey, are you in for a refresh with your menu boards? What's kind of the most common objective, and how do you guide them towards, hey, this is actually something you should really consider?
Well, the first objective to any, especially if it's a franchise business, cost. Cost is everything.
Yeah.
And so, we're spending money and money and money on, everything today, from, print graphics and to SaaS fees and everything like that. But, spending money on something like that, your customers look at it every day. Every single day, your customers are looking at what your menu looks like and ordering off of that, and, getting what the new products are. Yeah. And boy, getting those customers, especially your repeat customers, to make that menu board, upsell them. Wow. I mean, that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Every time that, you put a new LTO, a promo, anything like that out, even, going with digital menu boards, a great thing about digital menu boards, you could put items on the menu board that maybe aren't selling as good, but you need to sell it to get rid of it.
Yep.
To bring the next LTO or promo in.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I feel like a hidden thing that some operators might not think about is their employees' experience.
Right.
Because, we were talking about a lot of printed graphics being updated and when it's time. But if you feel like your digital system is working, there's always new technology coming out, and it makes it easier for your IT team, your designers to upload content and just work with it better. And that's another factor I feel like goes into all of this.
Well, and one of the things I tell some of my customers when they have digital is, don't just make it a digital static menu board. Make it do something. I don't even care if steam comes off the food. I go, our creative department can make your menu do a whole bunch of fun, crazy looking things without changing your menu a whole lot. But just having it do something instead of it just being, well, it's easy for us now. It's digital. Yeah, but make it look just super appetizing, and different things you can do with that. And one thing we like to talk with corporates about when it is a pretty big franchise business is are there marketing dollars that you can help your franchisees? Will Coke or Pepsi or any of the drink companies you're dealing with pay for any of that? Sometimes they'll say, yeah, we'll pay for some of that, but of course we want our logo somewhere. Well, how hard is it to put their logo somewhere if they're going to pay half the bill?
Yeah, true. Yeah, and going back to your point about making sure you have motion and movement in your digital menu boards, because otherwise you're just paying for a pricey static
Right.
printed graphic.
And today with, all the integrations that can happen with digital menu boards and having that pricing integration, so you don't have to keep your pricing up on one page and your POS on another page, and we can integrate those POSs together. So if you change a price there, it just changes on your menu board. That's all things we can do and make your life a lot easier. And hopefully down the road, it's, kind of set it and forget it until the next time you need to update.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think this episode is coming out during the National Restaurant Show, but if you're going, stop by. We're showing a lot of top products, but also new stuff that we've been working on. But if you're not there, reach out to us and just see what your options are. Even if you're not in the market for anything new, just see what's out there, pricing. We can get all of that for you. We can start the conversation. No obligations. So
right. The great thing about the restaurant show is you can see all the new and upcoming stuff, and maybe all of a sudden it just sparks something in your mind. It's like, you know what? I do want to do that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just showed you something that would change our system 100%. Let's see what that costs to do. We're not going to charge you to give you a quote or any pricing like that. I mean, let's just set something up together and see where it goes.
Yeah. So on to the fun question. Get to know our team question. So we have Memorial Day weekend coming up. Mm-hmm. We'll have 4th of July weekend coming up. We'll have Labor Day weekend coming up at the end of the summer. What's the perfect 3-day weekend plan for you? Like, what's an ideal?
Well, our family's always been big camping families. And, so with my family, camping means just a little bit different than maybe pitching a tent and, setting everything up. Our version of camping is, heading out to our permanent campsite and going into our 50-foot destination trailer and flipping the light switch and the air conditioner on and, hey, we're camping. Well, maybe it's glamping today, but but our family's been doing this for 20 some years. All my kids are well in their upper 20s and just still love to do it, and all their friends will come. It's just a great time for everybody.
Yeah. I would say that too. I love camping. I love getting out on the water in different ways, but
water, hiking, boating. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just all great time.
Summer in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Well, thank you. Short, sweet episode, but this is a conversation I feel like you could have any time of the year because it's so relevant to so many people, and I think others really forget as to when the right time is to upgrade their signage. Yeah,
and don't ever be afraid to contact us. We're not going to hound you to death. I mean, heck, you can even go on the website and request some information right through our website, and then, we'll start getting that to you and, start a conversation up. But, we are not ones that just sit here and hound you to death. So, feel free to contact us anytime.
Yep. Thank you. And thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.